Breaking news on the Trucker Jeff and Joey Shaw Super Show. If Shaden says bye, bye. F that guy, I'm all in on Corrupto. Now back to Shade's Crazy Cash.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another, well, this is not a super show, this is the Shade Show. And the government shutdown is on our doorstep, right? It's on our doorstep. They got the battering ram. They're getting ready to take down the big gate. And, I mean, if they take down the big gate, that means we're going to crash pretty damn hard again. We crashed in October, November because of the government shutdown. Here we are yet again. Let's see what's going to happen. If we crash by the dip, I'm sure they're going to work out a deal. They did this last time. It's just a rinse and repeat of the same old, same old. So let's go over the stocks that I have on my list here. I'm watching RR, Riot, ONDS, APLD, all these good ones that come down nice and cheap. Then they rally higher. SoundHound, ASTS. I mean, the sky's the limit here. Everything is crashing together, which that's cool, right? That's opportunity. It's not like there's anything wrong with Riot stock. There's nothing wrong with APLD. There's nothing wrong with ASTS, SoundHound, and all the stocks on my watch list. There's nothing wrong with any of these stocks. Nothing wrong with the companies themselves. We're crashing, and it has nothing to do with the companies. So you shouldn't be scared right now. If you're scared, I mean, I don't know what to tell you, but we're not in a bull market, so what is it to be concerned about? We're probably going to keep going down. That's just how it is. Nothing you can do but accumulate while they're still at a discount. I don't know why people hate discounts. It's only in the stock market that people hate discounts. I don't know why. So, for example, just as an example here, Chris here, he was asking me, what is your average on sound? Trying my best to have no fear. 20%, which for me is a lot. Oh God, this guy has no idea. 20% is nothing. We've been down 50%, 80%. That's normal. We're not in a bull market. If we were in a bull market and you were down 20%, I would be very concerned because that doesn't make sense, right? It's a bull market. Stocks keep going up. Everyone's a genius. But we're not in a bull market right now. So, what can you do? What can you do? It's not that you can time the crash. You don't know when it's going to happen, when it's going to come around. The best thing you can do is buy good companies at cheap prices. So 20%, oh boy, Chris, I don't know if you're watching the live stream, but 20% down, that's nothing. We've been 50% down in the bear market of 2022. And then in the bull market, what happened? Palantir went from $5 to 200. So if you thought you were, no pain, no gain, as the saying goes. No pain, no gain. This is a great example of someone that's I'm pretty sure he's a beginner, because he's definitely scared. But he'll learn. He'll go through basic training and understand that you're not gonna buy and immediately be in the green forever. Like you're not gonna be in the green always. That's just ridiculous to even think that. So no pain, no gain. I mean, we're all gonna be in the red if this crashes really hard. Like, that's not just you. Let me see what Trucker Jeff is saying. Oh, he was making fun of color stock holders because they're holding a big bag. Big VIX spike, 10%. All right, let's get out of the Discord here. Yeah. Well, before I go, this is a big problem. I don't expect much today either until this government shutdown garbage is dealt with. Possible deal means nothing. We need to see follow through first, right? Trump, Schumer move toward possible deal to avert shutdown. Possible deal. That doesn't mean anything. We need them to actually follow through. So, shout out to Alex P. Still holding a big bag on RR because he bought the top. So what I'm watching for here is, you can see on my watch list, I got SoundHound, I got APLD, I got Riot, I got Rich Tech Robotics. Dude, Rich Tech Robotics got a Microsoft collaboration. So if this comes down to like $3.50, $4, this is a buy. Because this stock crashing right now doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It's nothing more than opportunity. Like, that doesn't, it's not like the Microsoft partnership just, went kaput. It didn't just disappear, right? This is real, right? It's America first. These companies are going to be working together so that they can make the best product and provide the best services possible. Because we need to be better than China, is really what it comes down to. So, yeah, this is going to be, you guys were telling me, hey, I wish I had bought down here when it was at 350s. you're gonna get an opportunity again. I mean, I'm tempted to buy here. This is actually pretty ridiculous. Why is this dropping so much? So Rich Tech Robotics, look to buy it around, I would say, let me see, what's the 3-minute time frame looking like? Hell, I might buy 500 shares right here. Let me get the alerts going. Yeah, I'm about to alert here. I mean, I'm not gonna try and time the bottom here. This doesn't change that I got a Microsoft. Let me just see. Let me just punch in my order, guys. I'm not gonna hit buy just yet. I'm gonna wait. Let me see what we'll see. I'm gonna keep an eye on it. But Rich Tech Robotics is definitely on my radar. Let's see what else. So Riot stock, if it comes down to like 16.27, then 15. Yeah, 15s, around 15s right here is going to be, that's where we want to buy. Let's see if it comes down there. ONDS, we need this one to come down to like 10 and under. That's a buy if it comes down to 10. APLD, if it crashes, we should see it come down to like, yeah. APLD should come down to like 30s, low 30s. We sold 2 puts. We sold 2 puts with $31 strike, I believe, if I recall. Or maybe I bought them. No, I still have those. So if it comes down to 30, low 30s, we should be able to get filled. I mean, essentially, we got paid to buy shares off of the market. So let's see what happens. Let's see how it plays out. But again, another one that a lot of people were telling me, man, I should have listened to you when it was down here nice and cheap at 20s. I was telling people to buy it down here under 20s. And look, if this comes down and gives you an opportunity, you don't hesitate again. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. So I'm excited. I mean, maybe you can't tell. I'm excited. I like when things crash because we get opportunity to buy it real cheap. SoundHound, I would expect it to come down to 7, 6. This would be normal. It did it last time, right? We bought at the purple line and we held it all the way down. Then it ran, all the way up to 20s. So what's the problem? This is just rinse and repeat. It's expected. It's normal, especially with everything crashing. So yeah. Those are my really, if you guys haven't noticed, those are my top AI plays. Rich Tech Robotics, Riot Stock got an AMD deal, right? These companies are all working together. APLD working with who? NVIDIA, CoreWeave, and some other companies, I'm sure. SoundHound partnered with Rich Tech Robotics, right? Like it kind of makes sense that all these companies that are working together, when it makes sense that they're all tanking together. That just makes sense, right? Think about that for a second. Bitcoin here, yeah, I was saying if Bitcoin tanks here, we would go to like 75 and then 60s, and the whole market is just gonna crash really hard, which is again nothing more than opportunity. SoFi, I was right on SoFi. You can see I've been pounding the table on not buying this because SoFi here, SoFi here, I want to buy it, but it was stuck in this box, and then in the past it was also stuck in a box and it tanked. Stuck in a box and it's starting to drop. So if you want to short it, go right ahead. I wouldn't blame you. But I'm not someone who shorts. I like to go long. I'm going to wait for low 20s and see if we find buyers down here at around 20 to 22. I would say that's where you should look out for. So essentially we expected to, this crash. Like we were on top of it. I've been calling it play by play. It's not like I'm lying to you. I make videos every day and tell you like, hey, I think this is going to happen. This is what we're going to do. We're going to sell before the Fed meeting, and then we're going to buy back in after if it crashes. If not, we chase whatever. But I was pretty confident we were going to drop because everyone thinks we were going to go to the moon. So I'm like, nah. If the market's not your friend. If everyone wants it to rally, it'll tank. If everyone wants it to tank, it'll rally. Like it always does the opposite. So I'm of the mindset that the stock market is always out to get you. So. Always out to get you. It is not your friend. It's trying to screw over as many accounts as possible, and the people that get screwed are the people that are scared. Because they don't, the stock market right now is testing whether you got the balls, I guess, to put it that way. Let me look at RR again. Yeah, everything's just dropping here. I'm wondering if today's going to be... Oh, no, it's 9:10 a.m. Oh, wow, yeah. Let me see if I'm watching Rich Tech Robotics to see if it finds support here. Because if it doesn't hold 440s, we should come... Yeah, if it doesn't hold here, we should come down to like low 4s. So, like I said, I might buy some here. I need to see my signal first. I'm waiting for my signal. All right, let me address the chat. Sorry, guys, I was just there's a lot to address today. Hey, what's up, Shades? How are you? Shout out to Flex Parade. I am doing great. I am doing great. Morning Shades, what we buying? We'll see what we buy. We'll see. It depends on how. I mean, our buyer's gonna show up today? Because right now we're just we're just coming on down. Morning. Shout out to Riptide with the epic beard. I recently listened to the audiobook, The Hobbit audiobook. It was very enjoyable. I thought of you. I was like, hey, that guy's, that guy would be balling in The Hobbit, basically, is what crossed my mind. Very enjoyable to listen to the audiobooks. How can they keep BBAI down? Whoa, yeah, what's going on with BBAI? That's a good one. I have not talked about BBAI. It's been trash, if I recall, right? It's just, yeah, it's just been stuck in a box. And I've been telling people, like, I wouldn't buy it. It's just been stuck in a box here. It's good for flipping, getting in and out, but that's about it. I wouldn't touch it personally. How can they, long RGT, IonQ RGTI. The quantum stocks are dropping, no? Yeah, they're just, I would just wait and see if IonQ comes down to like low 40s. And RGTI, pretty much they're going to follow one another. So RGTI should, oh yeah, that's breaking down. Which I told you guys, remember? Remember when I did my analysis the other day and I told you, hey, this is a descending triangle into support. So, here we are, we're breaking down. I would say look for Rigetti to find support at around 18s. That's the next level. Right here. So look for 18s on that one. Again, the quantum stocks just follow one another. Riptide, 6'4" Hobbit. Yeah, you're a 6'4" Hobbit. No, you're a 6'4" dwarf. Dwarf, not dwarf. Dwarf. That doesn't make sense. People getting scared. People are getting scared right now? Let me look at the fear and greed index real quick. When people are scared, that's when you want to buy. Which is why I'm excited. Like, come on down, please. Please. Patreon.com/Shades and Trades. You want to join the Discord community? Oh yeah, this is so stupid. Look at this. You guys ready? I'm gonna show you something fun. Ready? Look at the fear and greed index. Look at that fear and greed index. You see it? We're at greed, but the market is tanking. Let me look at the fear and greed index chart. So we tanked here. We're tanking. This looks like it's topping out. Maybe is that a bearish rising wedge here? And then we're getting ready to come down to neutral, then fear again. We got support here at neutral at around 46. We have some support here. So I would say if the fear and greed index comes down to like 46 to the neutral, a little bit of fear here, 46, 45, in the 40s, low 40s here for the fear and greed index, I would say get ready to buy the fear. Because that would make sense. I mean, we bottomed out last year in April, and we were in extreme fear. We bottomed out here in November of last year, and extreme fear, right? So I would say wait for this to come down, because people are starting to get scared, and that's a good thing. People getting scared is a good thing. You want to be the guy that isn't scared, the one that goes, hell yeah, I love discounts. I love Black Friday discounts. I like when stocks drop 6, 10, 20%. Please, I want, you don't want to buy ASTS at 124 here. I don't know who's buying up here, but I hope for their sake they don't get bagged and get destroyed, because man, oh man, this thing loves to drop like 40% every single time here after hitting a top. So let it come down, guys. Let it come crashing. The deck of cards, let it go. Oh my god, whoa. Let me check which to go buy, because he was trying to find some support. Did I get my signal yet? Yeah, I did get my signal. People getting scared? Yeah, people are getting scared. How many shares do I have of SoundHound? A lot. A lot. Yeah, the Microsoft deal is not, it's not like it's over. Yeah, give me 1 second. Because I'm getting ready to buy here on Rich to Robotics. I'm about to get my signal. I just got the signal, but I'm waiting to see how this candle closes. This is a 3-minute time frame. You can see it's 9:16 a.m., so I need to wait for it to hit 9:18, so we still got 1 minute and 45 seconds. So I need to see how this candle closes. Just because we got the signal doesn't mean we just throw money at it. So Got to see if this closes on a bullish green candle after the signal. So I'm keeping a very close eye on this one. I think Rich Tech Robotics people are still going to sleep on it. They're still going to sleep on it. I promise you, they're going to sleep on it. That is an incredible company in the making. I'm just sitting here waiting 1 more minute and 10 seconds, and we should get a clear. Because the question is, are buyers going to show up today or not? Oh wow! I'm glad I didn't hit the buy button. See, this is why you wait. This is why you wait for the candle to finish printing the whole 3 minutes. If I had bought foolishly just on the signal crossing, I would be down right now. Like, I would be down like a quick $80. So yeah, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, yeah. So I guess I'm not buying RR. The signal failed, as you can see. You just saw me try to day trade live, and my signal absolutely failed. You just saw the white line cross the yellow line of the MACD, and what happened? It was a fake out. This is why you wait for the candle to finish printing first. Too many people, they make the mistake of right away, like getting into the trade. No, wait to see if the candle actually finishes printing on a green candle. If not, then best to stay away. Buyers have to show up right now. If not, we're probably just, I don't know, are they going to show up later on? We can't just keep selling off the rest of the day, because that would mean Rich Tech Robotics is going to tank to like low 4s. Now I'm waiting for my signal. APLD, yeah. So right now you can see a lot of these stocks. Let's see if they find a support level here. Let's see if they find support around here. Yeah, again, if you missed out on the pump on RR, this is your opportunity. I mean, it just came down 13%. Let's see if it comes down lower. Let me see the messages. What's up, brother? Hey, shout out to Tony V. Waiting to see the Purple Line specials and APLD, RDW, and ASTS. Same. I am waiting too. I want Purple Line, Black Friday, no, not even Purple Friday, Purple Line discounts, whatever, something like that. I have Allo Quantum stocks like QBT, all the quantum stocks like QBT, RGTI, QBTS, and IQ with 15 to 20% down now. Oh man, you need to diversify. You can't just be. You're sounding like Joey Shaw. Joey Shaw. All he does is buy crypto. That's all he does. That's why he lost 50K. I think his account went from like 80K to 20K or something ridiculous. Because all he did was go in on crypto, and then crypto obviously is crashing. So yeah, maybe don't go all in on just quantum sector, please. Gandalf. What's Gandalf? I don't get it. I think it's supposed to be a play on words, but SMR crossover on weekly also looks like we get an inverse head and shoulders on SMR. It looks like Rich Tech Robotics here is gonna keep going down. So let's see if it comes down to $4. $4 is where I would look to buy. Guys, I'm just giving you the play-by-play, so you better hit that like button. I'm giving you the play-by-play. None of this nonsense of, hey guys, good luck. Hope it works out for you. Like, no. Let's see if it comes down to 4s. Specifically 413. Let's see if it finds some support down there. Yeah, if I had bought there on that fake out signal, man, I'd be down like what, $150? Let me see. Oh, SMR. Let me check SMR. I think I have it on my list here. Maybe not. I was watching SMR this morning, but it's just kind of tanking with the market, so I'm not really interested in it right now. SoFi at purple. Yeah, SoFi is at the purple line, but the problem with SoFi is, well, it's not even a problem with SoFi. The problem right now is that everything's tanking together, so it doesn't matter that we're at the purple line. I would rather just wait for low 20s. If SoFi doesn't come down to low 20s, that's fine by me. It's not a play that I'm really focused on. But if it does come down to low 20s, you better believe I'm there for it. If it doesn't want to come down to 20s, oh well. Plenty of other opportunities elsewhere. But yeah, SoFi at the purple line, definitely. The signal is there. But I think because we are crashing right now, let's just wait and see if it comes down lower, basically. See if we can get it a little cheaper. Palantir also, yeah, Palantir tanked. I saw that. Is there a reason why it tanked, that guy from Mars? Palantir absolutely took a poo. Like, okay, so here we are. We got a signal here. We got a signal again. We just got our signal right here. Again, let's see if this is going to be a real, you know, are we really going to bottom here, or at least temporarily, or are we just going to fake out again? Or is this going to be a fake out? Yeah, we need to wait 1821. We need to wait till 24. 924 down here. We need to wait for the candle to finish printing. Let's see if this is going to bottom out today. Or are we just going to continue down? Palantir, yeah, Palantir looked like garbage. I looked at it yesterday and I'm like, whoa, what happened to that? I had a feeling he was going to dump today. We were going to dump today. Jeff, Trucker Jeff in the Discord, and he's in the chat. I have quite a bit of cash ready, so it's fine with me. Yeah, me too. I'm let it come down, we'll buy the good ones. The Wizard and the Hobbit spelled it wrong. Yeah, I was like Gandalf. I'm like, I know Gandalf, but not Gandalf. Shade, the real one. Shout out to Stuff. Is that Stuff? Yeah, Stuff. Or Surf? Stuff? I can't even read. Why am I'm putting it in the wrong monitor. What am I doing? Let me see. Stuff. Yeah, it is Stuff. Let's see if we get one more minute here, and let's see if the signal works out. Notice the difference right now. The difference between the other signal, the fake out signal, was that it closed on a big red candle, whereas this one, it's trying to hold a green steady candle here. So let's see if we get the signal. Let me get ready to punch in the order. On my phone, I'm basically working with 5 monitors. I have one monitor for Discord, keeping an eye on that. Another monitor, another monitor for the OBS, and another monitor for charts, and another monitor for news, and my phone for punching in orders, and my iPad for music in the background, basically. So, I'm working with 2, 4, 6 screens. Okay, 12 more seconds here, and I'm gonna buy because that's my signal. I can't, I'm just a machine. I see signal, I buy if it closes on a green candle. It's about to be 24, and there we go. Punching in the order now. Boom. Filled at 4.45, 1,000 shares, setting us take profit at 0.5. There you go. All right. Well, we're not gonna see. We're already in the position, so we'll come back to it. Let me look at other stocks. We can't just sit here foolishly. Whoa, Bitcoin is just ready to go. It has to find support here. Right here at 85 is a big level right now. So but yeah, buyers have to show up right here. We're going straight down. APLD does not want to tank that hard. Apparently, it's finding buyers. Funny enough, makes sense. It's one of the stronger names. Where's Riot Stock? I want to buy Riot Stock as well. I am interested in that one. We're having in my chat. Did I remove the chat by accident? Where's the chat? Oh, there's the chat. What's your price for Sybil? The buy price would be low double zeros. Sell price, my average on Sybil is like 0.005s. So and it has a resistance level at 0.006. So sell price for Sybil would be 0.006, 0.008, and 1 penny. My average on Sybil is 0.005, somewhere in the 0.005s if I recall. So not too concerned. I'm not concerned with that. Did they come out with the IR deck? Aren't they supposed to come out with a investor relations presentation? I think that's what I'm waiting for too on that one. All right, we're off to a great start so far. Let's see if buyers have to buy the dip right now. I'm waiting to see if they buy the dip right now. I don't believe we're gonna just bleed out the rest of the day. That would be pretty bad if we just bleed straight on, just keep going down. I don't see that happening. Didn't I sell covered call on Nvidia yesterday? Yeah, I sold a covered call on Nvidia yesterday. Let me check. I think we can buy it back for a profit. Yeah, we can buy it back for it would be a small profit. Let's see if it comes down lower. Because we sold a covered call for profit. But yeah, so buyers showing up right now, as you can see here on the daily. Let's see if it actually continues. This is why I bought here. Because we just can't, we're not going to go straight down forever for the rest of the day. At some point, we're going to get a bit of a bounce. So we're looking for that so we can flip it and get some money. It's still going to be a red day regardless, unless something happens where buyers just push it back up to like $6 or something, which would be, I don't know what would have to happen, but I don't think we're going to have a big, this is not going to turn into a big green candle like this one all of a sudden, unless they drop another catalyst, another news, like are working with Palantir or something, government contract. So I just don't see it. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, feel free to ask. I'm here. This is why I stream. I'm just telling you what I'm doing, what I'm looking at. Big fan of Rich Tech Robotics. Have made a ton of videos on that one. Been on top of that one since forever, and I love it. I mean, every time it dips like this, I just buy the dip. Why be scared? Riot is about 16.60 right now. Trucker Jeff. Yeah, I'm just gonna wait for this one to come down to 15s. I could sell a put at 15 strike expiring tomorrow. That wouldn't be a bad idea. If it comes down to 1550, I collect the premium and I get filled on the 100 shares. I was gonna buy at 1550s anyways. So that's something I'm considering. I'm hoping April D really does come down to the 30s. I really don't want buyers showing up for that one, personally. All right, guys, I'm going to drink some water, take a quick break, going to go feed the cats. You know, if you have any questions, ask. This is the time to take advantage and be like, hey, so why do you do this? Why that? Why the other? Etc., etc. Patreon.com/ShadesandTreats if you want to join the Discord. I'm going to take a quick break. See ya in a minute, because I got to drink, you know, got to lube up the throat. Haha, someone's going to make a joke, I'm sure. Alright guys, yep, I told you it was going to be a quick break. Just needed to get a drink of water if I'm going to sit here and talk. The break music is loud? Is it? Let me check that again. The break music. I lowered it. Maybe it's going to sound better now. But yeah. Yeah, it was very high. You were right. It was like way too high in terms of volume. I mean, I adjusted it. Rip anyone using headphones, earbuds. NVTS, I would say, yeah, I would say wait for $8. Wait for $8. Wow, Bitcoin is creating. Is this a bear flag on the? Look at Bitcoin. It just look at these red candles, just straight staircase down. Wow. This might be a bear market. Oh, hell yeah, it's a bear market. This is a bear market right now. For crypto, at least. For crypto, not for. I think QQQ is not dumping like this, right? Yeah, QQQ is just it's just sideways for the month. Weekly time frame looks pretty weak, topping out. Big dump today on the daily. Wow, wow. I'm going to be very shocked if today is just a big red day. Like, not even buyers don't even show up at all. But either way, buy the dip on your favorite stocks because they're going to work out a deal. The government, even if it shuts down, eventually Trump's going to be like, we worked out a deal. Me, I'm so awesome. I'm Trump and I'm awesome. See, I worked out a deal. We're really awesome. Vote for me, right? Like, and then the stock market will react by pumping. That's usually the case. If the government shutdown doesn't, if the stock market just keeps dumping, even if the government shutdown is, even if a deal is made, then we're in big trouble. That's what that means. That means we're in big trouble. We're in big trouble. That's what that means. What that means, bear market, in my opinion. I hope that's not the case. Really hoping that's not the case. Crypto is dead for now. The hype is AI power. I agree with that. The hype is AI power. Shout out to Joey Shaw. He buys the opposite of what I tell him to buy. Bitcoin weekly crossover falling. Yeah. It looks like trash. It looks like absolute garbage. I'm almost tempted to short Riot stock, but I'm not going to short it. If I short it, it'll be probably right here. Yeah, at around 1550. I'll buy a long position and a short position. That way I can make money both ways at that point. $4.30. Yeah, so if I buy another 1,000 shares of RR, it'll be down here at like 3 at the purple line, around 370. So I'm more than happy to scale in. We've been through this before. This is easy. Nobody wants the stock when it's down here nice and cheap, right? Nobody wants it down here, but everybody wants it when it's up here like $5. Dude, imagine waking up, imagine buying at 560 and you wake up and it's down to $5 and then you don't take profit and then you wake up and you just let it comes back down to your average. I've seen that happen to people. They're so greedy that they think it's going to go to like 10. Yeah, buyers really not showing up. They aren't. They are not at all. At all. That is fine by me. Let it come down. No, yeah. We'll see if they show up later on. What's the news right now? Why are we tanking this? Let me check. Where's the news section? Copper prices jump, boosting mining stocks. Is copper what I need to buy? FCX here? Wow, copper apparently boomed. I'm not a copper play. I'm not going to play copper. Tesla beats. Well, I don't see any news as to why we're tanking, so at least not here. Yeah, I've never looked at this section of Moomoo, the news section. How do you like Serve Robotics? I think I like Serve Robotics under 10, if I recall. Let me check, but I'm pretty sure that one under 10. Oops, wrong. Where's my? There we go. Yeah, Serve under 10. Yeah, Serve under 10. I would say wait for 10. There's a big support level at 10. Nice round number. Double top and it's tanking, so I would wait for 10. Wait for 10 on that one. Copper is needed for that AI power. Well, that's why I buy the AI. That's why I buy APLD. I'm not gonna put my money in metals. I'll stick to the APLD. Yeah, I'll just buy. Literally, I'm just gonna trade APLD forever now until it goes to trash. Unless it becomes trash somehow. But APLD is the way to go. I'm just gonna buy APLD, nothing more. I was right about RR. Remember, I said it would not stay up. Yeah, I remember. I hope you're buying. Now, just because you buy doesn't mean you're immediately going to make lots of money, right? It's going to take a few months for it to get another big pump. But you want to buy when nobody wants it. Yeah, the natural gas lines, but yeah, I agree. I assume, Riptide, I assume you're just going to keep buying NUAI. Because you seem to love that one. I'm always, like, you're going to buy NUAI, I'm going to buy APLD, and I guess we're just both going to make money. Because I'm assuming NUAI is starting to follow in that sector. Like, when that sector booms, I assume NUAI follows now. I'm assuming, I don't know. I don't keep track of it. Serve looks like a giant wedge on the monthly. Yeah, I think I remember that. It does, if I recall. Even on the weekly, no? If I recall correctly. That's just a range. I don't know. You're seeing a wedge, but I just see a range. And it's not a range I would trust, quite frankly. Let me look at the quarterly. Oh, hell no. I would not trust this. I would not trust this. Wow. That looks like it's ready to... Yeah. Everything looks ready to come down lower. Shout out to Joey Shaw. He is absolutely destroyed on MSTR. BMNR, absolutely destroyed. Tom Lee was wrong. Tom Lee was wrong. I don't know why people listen to Tom Lee. I'm pretty sure those glasses he wears aren't real. They're just for show. House money on NUAI. Yeah, 100 shares at 4.47 earlier. Plan to buy more at low 4s. Yeah. I already bought at 4s on Rich Tech Robotics, so I'm probably going to buy more at mid 3s. Mid to high 3s is what I'm thinking. That will be the next, where I will add my next portion. I'm looking at the... Permian Basin power providers now. I don't know what that is. Joey Shaw, all in for 2026. I wonder if I have that. Actually, I do have that. I'm going to blow some ears up. Ready?
Hey Shades, Joey Shaw here, all in on 2026.
I probably blew some ears up, but yeah. Thoughts on Soundhound? Soundhound is a buy under 10. Those are my thoughts. Sell target of 13, 15, 18, 20s. Does it look horrible right now? Well, the whole market looks terrible. What do you mean? Someone just said Soundhound looks terrible, but I'm like, the whole market looks terrible. What are you talking about? Like, it's not like Soundhound alone is just tanking it. Everything's falling. Some more than others, too. Alex Petrosky said he's gonna add Soundhound at $9 on the dot, which is a good level. $9 is a big level for Soundhound. That's a big level. Let me remove all the other technical analysis here. Right here. Let me go to the weekly. I think the weekly is more obvious. There we go. Right here. This is a big weekly support. So buyers have to show up right now and hold it up above 9s. If not, we're probably gonna go down to 6s if we just keep crashing. So that's why I'm saying, like, buyers have to show up today. Like, I would be shocked if they didn't. Like, where are they? They just went to sleep on Thursday. Slept in a little late. Bitcoin fell off a cliff. I love red days. I feel like a kid in a candy store. I also love red days. Same. Yeah, oh my god. Bitcoin is just falling off of it really is falling off a cliff. It just took a nosedive again for the second time today. A second nosedive. Incredible. All right. Yeah. Let me just check something. I'm gonna check something here real quick. But yeah, if Bitcoin's gonna nosedive, we might get today might be the first time we get like a really big red day. Like everything, like RR down 20%, NVTS down 15%. We're gonna see APLD down like 12%, something like that. We're just gonna see if this is one of those days. Yeah, it's gonna look ugly. See what I mean, guys? Jerome Powell opened his big mouth, and the next day, what do? We just tank. Mr. Powell, every time he talks, we go down. He couldn't keep his mouth shut. Isn't that what you're supposed to do? You're supposed to blame Jerome Powell. It was his fault. I bet you Trump is how much you want to bet Trump is blaming Jerome Powell right now? He probably already tweeted like, "Yep, it's Powell's fault because he's not doing massive rate cuts." he's blaming somebody. USAR coming back down to the purple line. Semiconductors, what about semiconductors? Honestly, when it comes to semiconductors, if you're just buying NVIDIA, I think you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Like long term, you'll be fine. We're not in a bull market, guys, so long term, you're going to be fine. People forget, man. Bull markets are awesome. We do the opposite. We just keep going up. This is the worst trash market ever right now. Joey Shaw is all in on crypto. Yeah, all of his money is going down the toilet. LOL. Yeah, that guy, man. If that guy had bought any of the AI stocks I told him to buy, he'd have a six figure portfolio to trade with. But and with margin, he'd have probably like 200 and something K to trade with. But yeah, some people aren't gonna listen, man. He's just gonna sunk cost fallacy. Sunk cost fallacy. He's all in, and he's just gonna keep going all in. So what can you do? Some people cannot be helped. Trucker Jeff. Some people cannot be helped. Trucker Jeff. They just can't be helped. USAR coming back down. Let me check USAR because I think it should be coming down to like 18s. Yeah, it should be coming down to the purple line, which is around 18. But honestly, this thing is so volatile. I would wait for the bottom down here. Let's remove the purple line. I don't think the purple line strategy is good for this one. I think USAR is a buy where it's very obvious bottom. So down here at around 12s. Let's see if it wants to crash down that hard. There's another support level coming up at 18s. So I would look out for these two levels. If 18s doesn't hold, then look out below for like 12s. I like USAR because they finally got, they're working with the government now, if I recall. So, thank you for your thoughts on SoundHound. I was also curious on your thoughts on SM. Oh, no. Don't ask me about SMCI. That thing is trash. I've been telling people, like, why are you buying garbage? This looks like MSTR. MSTR hit a huge, like, $500 high, and then it just kept going down. It's still going down. This hit a high of 122, and then the hype died, and it's just tanking. It's just like it's behaving like a penny stock. Had a huge pump, and then it's just dead. Like, yeah, I don't. No, that's all I'm gonna say is a no from me, dog. If you want to buy, wait for like 18. It's got some support down here, but I don't trust this stock. Right here, around 17, 18. Unless buyers show up today on this. I mean, I wouldn't blame you for buying here too, but I don't like it. I am going to buy RR this time too. Shout out to Trucker Jeff. Trucker Jeff, he's moving to a new home in the future, and he'll be driving a truck still, but not, he won't be on the road. He'll be able to go home. So, be on the lookout in the Discord for his alerts. He will be alerting in the future. He already said, yeah, hell yeah. He's become a really good trader in a year. But that's because he studies and asks me a lot of questions, and he's a perfectionist too on top of that. Everything just has to be just so. So shout out to Trucker Jeff, man. He's like 60 years old, and if he had started trading when he was younger, man, he'd be a monster right now. I think with the right guidance, anyone can be, but But then there's people like Joey Shaw who don't listen. So shout out to Trucker Jeff, man. He's doing a really great job. SMCI is at a big level technically, but I don't like it. Yeah, same thing. Same thing. I agree with that guy from Mars. I don't like it. It's at a big level technically, but I don't. I'll just buy Nvidia. DGAZ, Trump Market, Riptide, Trump on Powell, bought Soundhound up to 1,080 shares. 100 shares of RR, 100 shares of USAR. Oh, you should not have bought USAR yet. No. You should have waited for USAR to come down lower. That thing can still drop like $8 really fast. That one is very volatile. But Soundhound, the crash, I'm down from 22 back to 20K. But I'm averaging down. Yeah. I mean, dude, you've been through a crash already. So you already know if the stock market is crashing, of course your portfolio is going to crash. Like that just, that makes sense. If you're buying volatile stocks, of course, just ask Joey Shaw. Joey Shaw bought MSTR. His portfolio went from like 80K to over 100K. And because he's a fool, he held hoping MSTR would go to like 1,000 or something ridiculous. And then it tanked to where it is right now at hundreds. So his portfolio went, volatile, just like MSTR, because his portfolio is literally 88% MSTR or something stupid like that. So his portfolio went from 80 to over 100K, and then now it's at like 20K or something stupid like that. So if you buy, volatile stocks, yes, if stocks crash, your account is supposed to look terrible. That's just, I don't know why people, there are people who get upset. Like, I don't understand. My portfolio keeps going down. Well, because everything's crashing. What can you do? That, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't know. I always find that funny. I'm averaging down from an average buy price of 12 to just under 11. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not concerned. So you're doing a great job too. Although sometimes you sell early. But you know what's funny about Sebluke here? He's been in the Discord for over a year. He's become a good trader. He used to be terrible. He used to buy garbage and then lose money, and now he buys good companies, but he sells. He's a flipper. I think he's more of a flipper is what we found out. He sells early every single time, but I think he's just naturally a flipper. I think he sees that he's up $100, $200 or whatever, and he can't help it. He needs to take the profit out of the table. But because of that, he misses out on like 50% moves, 80% moves. Like APLD, he sold it early. Trucker Jeff continued to hold. He only sold a portion, and then he continued to hold the rest for more. So that's kind of like, everyone's going to have their own style, is what I learned. Some people are going to be flippers, and some people are going to be, swing traders, and some people are going to be both flippers and swing traders. So, you got to find what your style is and focus in on that. Soxel, isn't that the semiconductor times 2 or something? I don't do leverage DTMs or anything like that. I do feel bad for Joey Shaw, but he won't pick the stocks that make money. He's going to end up going to zero if he doesn't watch it. Yeah, I mean, I don't, yeah. I don't think we need to even say anything else. Not Trucker Jeff. Joey Shaw is just, I don't know. You can't help those kinds of people. You just can't. You just can't, man. I'm surprised he hasn't left the Discord, because he's just like, what's the point if you're not going to listen? Like, I don't. His excuse is that long-term MSTR is going to go to, to the moon, and he's going to get, his portfolio is going to go back to 100K plus, and he's going to look like a genius, and blah, blah, blah. But no. I've heard that one before. Anyway, I'm holding the $7 line nicely. Palantir going down 6%. Thanks, that's nice to hear. Yeah, Palantir, I looked at it yesterday and I'm like, my goodness, what happened? Yeah, it's tanking. Wow. It's at a big level right now. It's at a huge level. It needs to find some support here. Well, my portfolio, it's interesting. I hold a stock down -5 or 10 for a couple weeks or a month, then I sell for 5 to 10%, 20% gain, and then reinvest into another stock that drops for months and rinse and repeat. Yeah, like I said, you found what works. Well, my portfolio is. Oh, no, I already read that. Cold Fusion. Shout out to Cold Fusion. Thanks again for your input. I appreciate it. I have a separate question as I'm pretty new to trading. If I have stocks, how far out should I be selling covered calls? Wondering what the sweet spot is. I can't help you with that. I can't help you with that question because I can't. I can't help you with that. I only sell covered calls to buy them back as to take advantage of the market tanking. So I don't know what your goal is though. That's my question. I guess what's your goal with selling covered calls? Like if you're looking to short the contract if you're looking to sell a contract and then buy it back when the market tanks a few bucks and make money that way, right? Buy back the contract cheaper. Then you would want to go as close to the money as possible and expiration date 2 to 4 weeks. But if that's not your goal, then I don't know I don't know what to tell you because I only sell covered calls to short the contract, basically, not the actual stock itself, but the underlying contract. So I don't know. I don't know what your goal is, and you're a beginner, so I don't even know if you can even ask the right question. Is what it comes down to too. Yeah, I don't know your level of knowledge, so it's hard to say. But if you're just looking to sell covered calls just to sell and then leave it till expiration, uh, I mean, do you want your shares to be called away then and maximize your premium? Then just sell like 50 cents to $1, you know, out of the money. But if you don't want your shares called away, then probably don't even bother selling covered calls at that point. Where are you buying APLD? I like 35. I'm waiting for low 30s on APLD. If it doesn't come down to low 30s, cool. I'm not concerned. Either come down for me or I'm not interested. Basically, I decide when I buy, not the market, as I like to say. Where am I? Yeah, if you look at my account history, every trade is for a gain. The worst case scenario is I'm holding for a couple months in the red, but then I quickly sell out after 2 months of holding for just 5% just to get out. Yeah, that is a problem though. You get out like for 5%, and then but Trucker Jeff, he holds because he's like, hell no, I didn't hold for 2 months just to make 5%. He holds for more, and then the stock goes like 20, 30, 40%, and he ends up, making quite a bit of money. That's why his growth for his portfolio has been better than yours. He's growing faster than you. And he started with almost the same amount of money as you, I think. So, but if you're a flipper, you're a flipper. That's fine. Joey Shaw, he's Joey Shaw. He has his own style of trading, just Joey style. And it's very garbage because his portfolio is 88% crypto. So, I mean, clearly he believes in himself. Let's see if it works out for him. I'm very doubtful, but anything can happen, right? I was doubtful of what's his face. I was doubtful of the 5 foot or 6'8" dwarf. What's his name again? MAGA Nick. I was doubtful of his NUAI play, but it worked out for him. Maybe MSTR goes to the moon and it works out for Joey Shaw, and he's gonna tell me more than anything. I knew it. I was right. Long term, I told you. We'll see what plays out. But again, I'm very doubtful of MSTR. Yeah, yeah, you're right. When I'm up $100, I think great. Now I'll put in another stock, be negative, whatever, for a couple weeks, and then sell it for another, $100. And yeah, my account's lower, but yeah, every trade I have more money to make that next 5 to 20%. Oh, that's pretty much my strategy instead of going for a big high return. Yeah, I mean that's fine. Like I said, if that's what works for you, if that's what makes you feel good, then go ahead. All right, that's what works for you. As long as your portfolio is growing, that's all that matters. Because the problem is, Sebluke, is I kept trying to force you, quote unquote, force you to swing trade, and just wait for 20, 40, 80%. But the reality is, you are just naturally a flipper. Like, this is what you gravitate towards. So that's why I told you the last time we had a chat in the Discord when we were talking. This is why I told you, like, you know what? You continue doing what you do because that works for you, and as long as your portfolio is growing, you're doing a great job. So I was wrong, is really what I'm saying. To keep trying to push you into being a swing trader. That's just not who you are. Every trade I have, oh, I already read that. Vix, good morning, Shade. Shout out to another day, another trade. I think he's from Tijuana. The guy from Tijuana, I think. I don't remember. Shout out, that dude. That name pisses me off. Another day, another trade. I always get confused. Like, another day trade. Oh no, another day, another trade. He has another twice in his name. That's why it pisses me off. Like, imagine my name having shades in it twice. Shades day, shades trade, or something ridiculous like that. Shades day, shades trade. It would piss me off. Like, that would be like Riptie, or something. Riptie, Rip, or something like that. I don't know. That another pisses me off. But yeah, shout out to another day, another trade. Riptie, I mean, I could have listened to you for the purple line on Anyway I Shades, and would be up way more. Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. I can agree. But I mean, I kind of didn't believe in you anyway. And I didn't believe in you because you're kind of green. Also, I remember you bought KSCP. Remember when you bought Nightscope and I looked at you and I said, "Oh hell no, if you bought Nightscope, I'm not buying anymore." Which I'm glad I didn't, because that thing tanked. I think Zip Trader a big YouTuber, talked about Nightscope, and it didn't. I don't think that trade worked out for him. That's a bad call on his part. He made a video talking about Nightscope, and yeah, I'm very surprised that Zip Trader told people to buy Nightscope. I'm shocked because this thing just keeps tanking long term. Like, look at this weekly time frame. It's absolute garbage. Maybe he thinks this bullish falling wedge might play out, I guess. But that's a bad call. I think that's the first time I've seen Zip Trader make a bad call. I don't know. We'll see. But I was very shocked when he talked about KSCP. I'm like, whoa. I don't know if you want to touch that one, brother. Brother. Kalshi, 80% chance Bitcoin drops under 80K. Should have taken my phone with me. Could have made some good covered call money. Yeah, I don't think I already have a covered call on NVIDIA, so. Wow, Rich said robotics. I think it might want to come down to fours. Okay, buyers showing up on Bitcoin right now, which is good. Let's see if buyers start to show up now. I just don't believe that we're going to tank the entire day and buyers not show up at all. That would be ridiculous. I bought some more sound 9.70 and it dropped more. Oh my god, now I'll have to add some more. What the heck? Shout out to Lana. Yeah. Welcome to Trump's bear market. I mean, Trump's stock market. You bought SoundHound? I think you should have bought RR. Instead of adding more sound, you should have just bought RR. That way, if RR runs to the moon, you'll at least make money. You know, make sure you're diversifying and not just, putting everything into just one stock. When we get moving again, you'll wish you bought more. When we go into a bull market, that's what that means. Whenever that happens. What if this entire year is just... What if 2026 is just absolutely garbage? What if we just go sideways and down, and the only stocks that move up are the ones that get news, but they sell off immediately because nobody wants to actually hold, because you can't trust Trump to not open his mouth and say something, and then it tanks overnight. So people just want to, take the money and run with it. People are not that stupid. They definitely recognize that pattern, so... That was a lesson learned. Yeah, Riptide, when you bought KSCP, I was like, whoa. And then when Zip Trader talked about Nightscope, I was like, whoa. I rarely disagree with Zip Trader He's probably he's one of the two YouTubers that I listen to for stock trading ideas. But when he mentioned Nightscope, I was like, whoa, what is wrong with this guy? Is this guy high? Like, If the government shuts down, what contracts is Nightscope gonna get if everything's shut down? Might be a bad play on his part. Hope you're right with SoundHound. That's my biggest risk right now. Honestly, the strategy is working, but I'm kind of all in on 9K in SoundHound. If it hits $20, you know that 9K will turn to 20K. I don't think you'll hold for 20 though. You're probably gonna, as soon as SoundHound is up 10%, 5%, you're gonna take the money. You're gonna be like, ooh, $500, and then it's gonna go to 20. You're gonna be like, oh, I should have held. I already know how you work. I know your tendencies already. My biggest risk is that the stock that I buy never recovers. That risk is low though. Like, as long as you're not buying garbage, you'll be fine. Like, I mean, yeah, I mean, MSTR is a great example, right? Joey Shaw is a great example of this. Joey Shaw, his biggest risk is that he buys garbage and then it never recovers. Well, that's MSTR. But you're not buying MSTR, Seb Luke. You're not buying MSTR. You're buying good AI companies, hot sector. It's going to stay hot for a while. There's going to be a lot of demand, etc. So your risk is, in my opinion, it's low because you're buying good companies with growing sales, revenues, etc. Whereas Joey Shaw, he just buys, garbage. So, it's no surprise that he's performing the way he is. Let me put it that way. If you keep it simple, you'll be all right. I'm done with Bitcoin at the moment. Honestly, I know Donald Trump wants to add it to the American Treasury, but honestly, with the type of American business we're getting into, I think it's all about TEC. And I bought SoundHound so I could average down, get a better price. Buyers went home. Yeah, where are the buyers? They didn't go home. They just stayed in and slept in. I should have just slept in today, honestly. I didn't think we would tank like this. I knew we were gonna drop, but not like this. Not like this. Well, the reason I streamed is because I'm like, well, I'm gonna be alerting today because we're gonna get dips. So. Just sell a little of the position when sound goes boom if you need a dopamine hit. If you need a dopamine hit, that's funny. Yeah, but the thing about Cyberluke is he can't control himself. Like if he can't sell a little bit for the dopamine hit, he wants a huge dopamine hit. He wants to sell and get that sweet $500 right now. Oh my god, I just made $500 doing nothing. And to him, that gives him like a huge rush, huge dopamine hit. Like and it doesn't help that he smokes a lot of blunts as well, but that's probably part of the reason. But yeah, I don't think it will work. He's not gonna just sell a little bit to get. It wouldn't give him a dopamine hit just to sell a little bit. He needs to hit that sell button, make that $500, and be like, hell yeah, I just got blunt money. He needs the big dopamine hit. He cannot control himself. I know his tendencies at this point. I've been working with Seb Luke in the Discord for over a year. I know most people's tendencies at this point. Alex P has tendencies. Joey Shaw has tendencies. Sergeant Don't has some tendencies of holding big bags. Color MSTR. He's basically following Joey Shaw all the way down. I don't know Lana's tendencies yet. I think she just follows me 1-for-1. I think. But I'm not sure. So I don't know her. Yeah, I don't know her tendencies yet. Just remember, guys, the market is very emotional. It can be, oh my god, it's the end of the world. Then a light switch, it flips on and everyone goes, oh my god, we are going to the moon, and money piles into the markets. This is very true. Shout out to Alex Petrosky. That guy's not as dumb as as you think he might be. I think he's a smart guy, but man, why did he buy the top on RR? Anyways, joking aside, I'm just joking, guys, but joking aside, this is very true. People get emotional. Let me show you guys. This is a good tweet. No, a good Discord. Patreon.com/shades and trades, guys. Join the Discord, man. Everyone's here really professional. Everyone just gets shit done. We joke around. Don't listen to Joe Shaw. Anyways, yeah, just remember, the market is very emotional. it can be, oh my God, it's the end of the world. Then a light switch, everything pumps huge, and oh my God, we're going to the moon. That is very true. That is very true. People FOMO. Plus, we have huge tax returns coming. Fed is injecting money into the market. More rate cuts coming when Trump's guy gets in. Turbocharge coming. Just keep accumulating under the purple line. Feel like I'm playing shades today. Yeah, you know my shtick at this point. At this point here, you can have the YouTube channel and you make the videos. Hey guys, it's Alex Petrosky from Minnesota. It's really cold out here, and as you can see, my left hand is turning black because for some reason I'm making videos outside in the winter. Oh, here comes an ice agent. Oh, I'm dead now. No, that was a bad joke. I take it back. I take it back. I take it back. But yeah, I mean, what he's saying is true. Just sit back, relax, and keep buying good companies under the purple line. That's all you can do. That's very true. He knows my shtick already. I swear, I think some of you, not, I don't know, I don't think all of you, but some of you don't realize how good you are at trading. Like, some of you don't realize how good you are, but that's because you're following me. And my strategies are simple. Like there's no crazy strategy here. Like, hey guys, if the white line and this yellow line and then this purple line and then this green line, and if this candle looks like this and the RSI is 27 plus, the VWAP, like there's none of that. There's not like 20 complex indicators and Bollinger Bands. Like it's just a line and it's purple. So, if you're making money right now, if you're profitable, if you're in the green so far, in January, you are doing a great job. Pat yourself on the back. Because right now, a lot of people are selling, and you better believe there are people who are just selling at a loss because they're scared, because they just don't know any better. Or they chased RR or ONDS at the highs, and they're just holding a bag all the way down. Because most people, their strategy is, I'm just going to buy, and if it doesn't work out, I'll just hold the bag all the way down because you don't lose until you sell. Very terrible strategy, as you can imagine. So pat yourself on the back, guys. If you're in the green, if you got gains this month, you're doing a great job. Like this is a tough market even for me. I had to become a flipper. I had to become a flipper to make money because I'm like, well, everything just keeps going up and down within a range. Might as well take advantage of might as well flip it over and over again. If things aren't going to go to the moon. I'm drinking some kefir right now. Kefir? Just to lube up my voice. Same on sound. I bought more. Cost basis at 1084. Shout out to Guitar Guy. He's got a lower cost, lower average than me. That's what I've been doing with APLD. I owed $5,000 and I only owe $1,200. And once I pay that off, I can go back to dumping $300 a week into the stocks. I get $300 a week times 52 weeks. That's, wow. That's gonna, keep doing that. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Keep doing that. Yeah, because Joey Shaw does the same thing. He puts like $300 a week of his paycheck into the market. But he puts it into MSTR or BMNR. So he's just putting his, he's just giving his money away, really. So, shout out to Seb Luke. He's basically the opposite of Joey Shaw. Bizarro Joey Shaw, I guess. Well, that's a behavior to work on. What? The smoking big blunts? The big dopamine hits? KSEP was a paid advertisement on Zip Trader. Never listened to those paid segments. Oh, really? It was? Oh, I don't remember. I know he talked about KSCP, and I was like, this guy talked about KSCP? That thing's trash. Why would what? I don't know. I didn't watch the video, if I'm being honest. I think it was Alex Petrosky who sent me a message. Hey, Zip Trader, you talked about KSCP. And I was like, I'm not buying that. Yeah, I like Zip Trader U. He's got some good plays. I'm in his Discord. I just don't. Obviously, I got my own Discord to run. I'm literally in his Discord. I'm showing you right now on the screen. You can see I'm in here. Like he's got 3,153 people. Goddamn. But I'm in his Discord. I just don't. I don't got time to be in two Discords really. But I'm not gonna leave his Discord. I do check out his stuff here and there. But KSCP, there was just no way in hell. No way in hell I was gonna buy that when he talked about it. But I think it was Alex P. Let me check. Was it Alex P, if I recall? Yeah, you can see right here. Moon Market just tweeted buy Bitcoin. Ha, yeah, right. Moon Market doesn't know what the hell he's doing. New Zip Trader video, Nightscope in it. Yeah, I saw it, but not interested. But you were such a Nightscope fan, lol. Maga Nick bought it, and I was like, nah, it's over if he bought in, lol. So, yeah. I don't think I even watched it. I was just like, I know trash when I see it. Come on. Come on. I know. We all know trash when we see it. If it just keeps going down, why would we buy? Come on. That's ridiculous. I mean, Zip Trader he's got to make his money from the paid advertisements. I don't do advertisements. I've had companies reach out to me, but I'm like, no, I'm never gonna do advertisements. Everything I do is free. The Moomoo charts are free. My due diligence free. The purple line is free. Like, why would I advertise something paid? That's just a waste of money. Just join the Discord, patreon.com/shades and trades, and you'll get way more value than some company wanting your money. Everything is free, man. You don't really need much to make money in the markets. Although I'm saying that as I'm looking at 6 different screens, an iPad, my iPhone, and the 4 monitors that I have for the desktop. So, but that's because I'm streaming and I need all the monitors possible to keep an eye on everything. Ride stock, nothing's going on, guys. Let me see if VIX spiked. Yeah, VIX spiked. So people are definitely scared. Meta platforms just sold off. Neo, I like Neo, but I need it to come down to like $3. Like around $3. Yeah, you can see right here, man. This thing loves to come down to 3s after a huge pump. So that one is a good one to buy down there with a stop loss at like the low of $3, $2.99. Hims is garbage. AMC is trash. Yeah, everything looks like absolute, for lack of a better word, it looks like absolute shit. It just looks terrible. Let me see. Yeah, I mean, just buy Jobby. Who told me about Jobby? Yeah, what's his face? Who was it? Was it you? Yeah, Alex Petrosky told me about Jobby. He's like, hey, what do you think of Jobby? It's right at support. And I'm like, and he's like, it's under the purple line. And I looked at it and I'm like, hell no. That looks like it's ready to tank. That's a descending triangle into support. And look at that gap down. I feel sorry for anyone that bought. They got absolutely destroyed. They woke up in the morning, they're down 18%. USAR, this is why you don't chase. This is why you don't chase, because you can quickly end up holding a big bag all the way down. Look at USAR. Goddamn, 34% down, and it's still got a long way down. Registered Robotics, buyers trying to show up right now. It would be, I wonder if by end of today, Trump is going to make an announcement and we're just going to rally. I could see that happening because he's done that before. I could see that happening. He's done that before. He's that kind of guy that would wait until like the last minute to be like, hey guys, by the way, we worked out a deal. This is what's happening. Also, here's more bullish news. And then we just, everything just rallies end of day. AKA, this is me with some wishful thinking. Prayers that we get something like that. Only reason I am in the green is because of APLD. Still 20% down on SoFi, and that is my largest position. Well, you better keep buying APLD. Honestly, just keep buying APLD. Like, if you're a beginner trying to grow your account, just buy APLD when it dips. Just keep buying APLD. Like, APLD is just going to go up long term. I want you to think about what I'm about to say. APLD stock, while the market was tanking, a lot of stocks were tanking. APLD was it moved. It moved. Let me grab my tool here. It moved 95%. Right now the market's crashing, and this is not crashing. It's only down 5%. Like, even SoundHound is down more, I think. Right? Rich Robotics is down more. Even quantum stocks are down more. Riot, ONDS. SoundHound is, SoundHound hasn't, had a huge pump. It just keeps coming down. But APLD, the fact that everything was crashing or just going sideways, and this is one of the few stocks that just rallied like this. I mean, this is going to be one hell of... This thing is going to go to 100. This thing's going to go to 100. Not right now. Not anytime soon, in my opinion. But long term, I think it's going to move like Palantir. That's what I believe. Maybe I'm crazy. It's not just stocks that will affect. What's Lake Ozark? That one I read about. Only reason I'm in the green, I already read that, have been the most profitable using that method. Set moving average to 200 and zoom out 1 year and buy under the purple line. Under the line, it's so simple. Shout out to Ohizoko. God damn, that's one hell of a name. Shout out to Ohio is what I was about to say. But yeah, I mean, it's just a line and it's purple or yellow or whatever line you want to use. It's a line and it's purple. You buy when the price comes down here and then it rallies off of it. Boom, easy money. Bought more sound. Troy Rosa? Yeah, Troy Rosa. Bought more sound. Up to 600 shares average in low 10. Nice Black January sale. Black January sale. I've never heard that one. Black January sale. But I got, yeah, I like a good fire sale. I hope we get a fire sale in February. If the government shuts down, we're going to get one hell of a fire sale in February. Well, all of February might end up being a fire sale, if you know what I mean. I am doing $250 a week deposits for the market. Awesome. $250, that's $1,000 a month. $1,000 a month, that's $12,000 a year. So in 5 years, you'll have $60,000 into the account, which is awesome because in 5 years, that's 60,000. You make 1% on 60,000. That's what, 600? Yeah, that's 600. By the way, APOD buyers are really showing up right now. Look at that. It did not tank like the other ones. Buyers they're refusing to let this go any lower. That's awesome. Started at that the new year. Hey, if you're gonna stick around for 5 years, I promise you, that extra 250 that you put into the markets, or that extra 1,000 you put into the markets every month, that's 60K in 5 years. That's a lot of money to trade with. Like you just become a whole nother. You basically can do what I can do, which is just jump around, win to anything, and then just hold, and then everything goes up, and you make money, rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Because you have a small account right now, so it kind of hinders you to have a small account. Because you buy one thing and you're already like, you already maxed out your powder, so to speak. You have to be on top of it to be making money in this market right now. It's all over the place. Yeah, that's true. What Trucker Jeff just said, that's true. Like, you really got to be on top of it. Some buyers right now. IonQ. Zip Trader is the one I first heard APLD from way back last February. Same. I also heard about APLD from him, and I looked into it, and I was like, yeah, I like it. That's a good one. But KSEP, what is wrong with him? IonQ at a good buy price. Lots of catalyst upcoming. Yeah, there's definitely going to be some quantum catalyst upcoming. I agree with that. But I'm focused on AI. I am all in on AI. Joey Shaw, he's all in on crypto. Maga Nick, he's all in on what did he call it? Power AI? AI power? Yeah, AI power. Infrastructure, data center, all that. Everyone's got their specialty, I guess, to put it. That's a good thing. It's a good thing that we're all kind of like focused on one, thing. Like it's a good thing because, Trucker Jeff, he can be a master. He can be really good at trading that specific sector, and I can be Crypto Jock can be really bad at trading his crypto garbage, and Maganik, he's going to be very good at trading NUAI. Like he's in the future, he's going to tell you, hey, NUAI, it comes down to this level and it always bounces off of it, and then it likes to move exactly this much, and here's why I think it's a buy, and I would set a stop loss. He'll just be able to tell you instantly, within seconds of just looking at the chart. He'll be able to tell you like whether it's a good buy or not. Like he's just going to know it like the back of his hand, because that's what happens when you just focus in on one stock. You become a master of it. You get to know it like the back of your hand. It almost becomes too easy. Like, no way, it's this easy. I just needed to focus in on one stock or one sector. LOL, he does that to act like a hero. It's all scripted. Just waking up, so glad I trimmed. Past couple of days, it is ugly out there. Yeah, yesterday we sold our Riot stock. We bought Riot stock and then we sold it off yesterday because I just had a bad feeling. I was like, I don't want to hold because I think we're gonna come down. So I was right. Always better to sell first and ask questions later, so to speak. Trump doesn't like when the market is tanking like this. I mean, this is a ridiculous day. This is a ridiculous day. Biggest red day in quite a while. Bought some RGTI and RR. I can agree with the RR. RGTI is fine too. Jeff Trump is a flipper's best dream. He's constantly doing it over and over again. Raise the stock, lower the stock. Raise the stock, lower the stock. Perfect for flipping. Yeah, I agree. It's a flipper's market. I have been buying 10% of your alert amount. I wasn't at the start, but I realized 10% works well. Maybe in 6 months I can contribute 20%. Hell yeah. Keep at it, awesome Agron. One day I'm going to be like, yep, that guy started buying the top on MVTS and now he buys the bottoms on MVTS. Or RR or what have you. Jake Hicks, I ended up going into a Panther options trade. And of course, did you buy time on it? I can't believe you bought options right now. Why did you buy options? You should not have done that. I think I told you not to do that. Or maybe it was someone else. Because there were people asking me, hey, should I buy leaps? And I'm like, no. We're not in a bull market. Why would you buy leaps? So hopefully you didn't buy short-term dated calls. If you bought leaps, maybe you'll be fine long-term because you got, 2 years plus of time. But right now is not the time to be buying calls. Definitely not. Are you good at math? Can you calculate the percent of return starting with 14K in October? And now wanting to battery of this year. Bro, are you typing on your phone? Because you are just... You don't even have commas or periods. Yeah, you made about 50% return if that's what you're asking. About 50, a little over 50% return. Shades Wagon, at Shades Wagon, get a Trump pump. Why did he say wagon? Wagona get a Trump pump? You think? What's wagon? Let me look up wagon. No, there's no wagon. Sam, are you a metal guy? Also, you look like it. Haha. He's probably. I don't think he is. Yeah. Okay. I think that's it for the stream. There's really. I was hoping buyers would show up, and then we'd be excited, like, "Woo, we're gonna go up." But that's not what's happening so far. So we're just gonna call it there, or I'm gonna start to lose my voice. We're gonna get a Trump bump. As long as he's in office, you better believe we're gonna get a Trump bump. London Cat 24. Alright guys, I hope you have a great day. Sit back, relax. Don't treat the markets like a casino, like Asamagon is saying. And I'll see you next week. I don't expect much on Friday. Maybe tomorrow we get like a dead cat bounce. That would be the bet. We get a little bit of a recovery before going down lower, is what I would expect. I think I've seen this last time as well. Alright guys, that's it for